What's going on, Mick? Khurshid, what's up? Khurshid been hiding.
Trumpets blasted, but all I heard was you. Even when you spoke to the children of Israel, and all they could hear caused fear. I rejoiced to the sound in Ruth Boaz, called the nearest kinsman to the city gate. When I heard Boaz say he would redeem both Naomi and Ruth boldly. I heard a trumpet sound, then Esther went boldly before the king for mercy of her people. I heard your voice. You called my name, I did not hide. So in my heart, you could abide in the east of Eden, the garden you planted. I am in you, and you in I. Only in your garden, the secret place. I hear your voice in the midst of the garden, the tree of life. There I find my rest, there I find my shade. When the epiphany hit that I was your plan, all along a trumpet sound came out of the midst of me. I
Going on?
remembered when Jesus said he was the vine.
Hey, Salt, I think I muted you, bro, on accident.
Oh, good. How you doing,
Good,
Trap?
man. How are you, man? Doing amazing.
Doing well. Hey, I heard you say the other day that you're gonna have something going on maybe in March or April.
Yeah, so the next Descaled event is going to be in Texas, probably in March or April. So there'll be about 5 or 10 guys that come out here.
Oh, I got you. It's limited. Were you saying it's limited, Trap?
No, it's not like that. It's just that's how many people are probably going to be able to make it. You know what I mean?
Oh, I got you. Yeah, I'm from Dallas. Depending on when it is, it'd be cool to meet you, man.
Yeah, how far are you from Dallas? Like
I'm in Niagara Falls.
Niagara Falls. How far is that from Dallas, though? Like from downtown?
Oh. Like my family lives in Duncanville.
Oh, okay. I know where that's at. That's like 20 minutes away or 30 minutes away. It's right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not far. Somebody said ice gonna get you. Ice done came by, bro. Ice done came by. What do you mean? I'm still here.
They did the sweep already.
Hey, I told them come on through. They walked through the house and everything. Ice already came by. Now what? Cashmere.
He offered them a drink and everything.
I mean, hey, they said, hey, they ate some of my brisket. We're good. How come I'm still here? I don't understand it.
There it is.
I don't understand. I mean, right? According to Kashmir, I should be out of there. What happened? How come they didn't pew pew me? Right?
Hey, so yeah, I don't know whenever you end up like getting a firm date to schedule it.
Yeah.
But yeah, if I could find out when, I could look ahead to try and arrange for it going down.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, it'll be somewhere around March or April. Yeah.
Okay.
I think Amazing should be coming this time. I don't know if you know who he is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Amazing should be coming. He should be coming this time.
You got any more song releases you working on?
Oh yeah. Yep. There's on the 30th, there's a song called I'll play it right now. I don't know if you've heard it or not. David's Secret Chord, this song right here. If you've heard it, let me know. If not, it comes out on the 30th on everything.
I watch my post both day and night.
Have you heard this one yet?
No, not yet.
Check it out. Check it out. It comes out on the 30th.
God searched for a man to do this job, but couldn't find one. He searched the whole earth and there was none who would meet the wolf, lion or bear in a sprint of a run. There are only men who work to get paid, but when the enemy comes our afraid, they leave their posts for fun in the sun. So I stand, I watch both night and day.
Unknown caller.
I'm to and with my sling. People would rejoice if they heard, but to the Lord it's a small thing. A bigger battle lies ahead. One, if I go in fear, I will surely be dead. Whatever this challenge is, my stone will hit its mark. For my comfort is in this rod and that of Moses' arm. Not the outer appearance of man. I look at the heart that I placed in you was first in me. From the start, from stone to flesh, you became good ground. From dry and desolate, garden of Eden is in you now. I'm the garden, that's how you grew. Keep your eyes closed as I make you new. I'll continue to play my melody. Get ready, here it comes. Tell me what you see. You chose me to be king. I want to rejoice that you are my Lord, but I don't know how to play a chord. Can I just hear you sing? With your arm by my side, I'll hold the heart. I'll close my eyes and imagine you. My hands are yours to play a secret melody. For I am a circumcised Jew. Who is this uncircumcised Gentile who brings fear in our soldiers' hearts? I will go stand, watch them until he departs. Better yet, I will challenge him before all to see. I'll
Yeah, that one's coming out in a few days. It'll be released on everything. Best mustache ever. Thanks, bro. Appreciate that.
We were all at this point in our life. Don't be afraid, let go of the world.
The last song that was played is David's Secret Chord.
He will grab your hand. If you cannot walk, he will carry you. Just make the first move. The work has already been done. The war is over. We know how you feel, alone inside. Thoughts of many voices and directions.
Yo, Josiah, what's up, homeboy?
The confusion is overbearing. Why believe religion? They are all the same. If I choose one, which one should
Yeah.
be my I'm giving you
It might be on one of the pages right now to listen to, but I'm saying on the platforms. On the platforms, Marie, you understand? Like Spotify, iTunes, Amazon Music. I'm talking about those. It's going to be released to those so you can listen to it. Have you not heard any of the album that's been released on Spotify, Pandora, iTunes, Marie? Have you not listened to any of the songs yet? Alex is in the gym. He'll join soon. Okay. You're watching yesterday's? No, I didn't know they were in there. Yeah, they're in there. The whole album, the first album, Descaled's first album. Which one of those do you use, Marie? Do you use Spotify, Pandora, Amazon Music, iTunes, what? Spotify? Yeah, it's on Spotify. If you go to Spotify right now and look up Descaled, there's at least 10, it's a whole album in there right now. Yeah, go ahead.
If you cannot walk, he will carry you. Just make the first move. The work has already been done. The war is over. Just believe
Imagine your neighbor walking in your house and saying he's the boss. I don't know. I mean, I hate to say it, but he's gonna get choked out. Like, I don't know what. I don't know how else to put it, Brian. Ain't gonna be none of that around here. No offense. Literally, no offense. I'll do it as nice as I can. Let's put it that way.
Elijah's challenge to the prophets of Baal. It's one man of God to 40, 50, who are just men, he must not fail. For the sake of the people, he must prevail. Hear me, Lord, the altar has been built in one accord, which is the strength of your sword. The first offering you pass, but the second will do. Hear me, Lord, so
Desire, put a what a book, chapter, and verse are you talking about? Were those, so you're talking about in Genesis, siblings of Jesus? So you're asking if God had more than one son? Is that what you're asking, Desire? Did God have more than one son? Desire, you still there? All of a sudden you stop typing. All right.
He say he was the reason for the flood?
Yeah, I'm just asking if they're saying that God had more than one son. They're not answering, so I ain't worried about it. Maybe they'll come back. High five the screen. What's up, buddy? What's up? People were crazy. Bill, somebody came in here and said, hey, Jack Black, can you please high five the screen? I already did, man. You didn't see, you missed it. All right, just to be clear, Desire, you're saying that God had more sons. All right, how many begotten sons did God have, Desire? Desire, how many begotten sons? Not Khurshid. I didn't ask Khurshid. Desire, how many begotten sons did God have? No, I'm asking how many begotten sons did God have? How many begotten? But that doesn't mean, no. I just want to see if you even know the answer. How many begotten sons? Okay, you put one. So there's a difference between many kids and one begotten son. So even if you were to say, there was all these kids, the Bible is not refuting all these kids. What the Bible is pointing out is there's only one begotten son. And if you were to say that one begotten son is the same as the other ones, that's where the lie comes in. That's not true. A begotten son, there's only one of them. So he only gave one son. That's all it says. No, it says begotten. Notice how you keep taking begotten out of there. Why do you keep taking begotten? He gave his begotten son. Begotten. You keep taking that word out of there. That's where your problem is. I've had discussion. I don't have to define it. It's different than the other sons. So are you saying that begotten son is not different than the other sons? Is that what you're saying? That begotten, it's no different than the other? It means holy or special. Wait, listen. I don't know why you're adding all those words. I'll ask you again, Desire. I need to know, are you saying begotten son means exactly the same as the other sons? You're saying there's no difference between begotten and the other sons? That's my question. Is there a difference or not? What's the difference between begotten son and sons? What's the difference? If you say there's no difference, then put it right there. If you stop my words, read it, maybe you could understand. Skipping words? I'm not skipping nothing. I'm reading everything you're saying. I don't know. I don't feel like you're answering my question. How about this? Just say yes or no. Just put yes or no. That way I just see yes or no. Are you saying begotten is no different than any other son? It's yes. No, you're not saying that. Okay, so now are you saying that there's a difference between begotten and son? Tell me yes or no on that one. Is there a difference between begotten and son? Is there a difference? Is there a difference? Is there a difference between You're not answering my question. I'm not asking you that. I'm asking you, is a begotten son different than a son? Is it different? That's all I want to know. That's all I want to know. Yes, it's a yes or no question. I gave my only begotten dollar. You're still not answering my question. I don't know what to tell you. It's not, okay, there. And that's why I'm asking you, because I knew that you don't believe there's a difference. So you're just going to have a problem with that, because there is a difference. And what you're going to try to do is try to get someone to prove to you that there's a difference. Nobody can prove that to you. You got to prove it to yourself. You got to go study. It's not the same thing. Not the same thing. Not even a little bit. I don't know what begotten means. All right. Well, you want to argue about it or what? You want to argue about it? I don't know what it means.
Yeah. The guy brings forth in Hebrew.
Yeah. All right, Desire. Listen, if you don't believe that there's a difference between begotten and son, you really have a lot of training to do. I'm not trying to be rude, but that's not true what you're saying. So no offense. You need to go find out the difference.
That last statement said,
You are good ground now. You no longer have to sweat.
Hey, Prop.
Follow me. You will see.
Hey, Trump. What's up, brother?
Who is that?
It's me.
Who's that? Who's me?
It's Jody.
All right, well, you better behave. We're going to kick you out again.
Yes, I will
All right, so mute your mic. Mute your mic. Jody, mute your mic.
Hey, I wanted to let you know something,
mute
brother.
your mic. You're already doing it. Mute your mic, Jody. Mute your mic.
Just like Samson, heaps upon heaps. My porch has been placed on a high altitude, ready to feed and shade multitudes.
Trump, what were you reading today?
Mute your mic, Jody. I'll let you know when to unmute.
There used to be one temple all would travel to see. But you sent me so you could flood the world, not to destroy, but to save. I'll show up like a tidal wave because you pulled me out of that grave. Wherever I go, I'll put the sun to shame. In me is your flame. I'll have them all say, look at me now. A miracle took place, it was your grace. From a tomb in bondage and foolish disease to a temple in liberty, full of wisdom. Palm trees, your menorah inside of me, reflects off my glow like a light on a hill. I shine bright and bold, I'm the bright beacon to the narrow path. Because Jesus took the wrath, so follow me to where we came. Thy present red follow me, follow me, follow me. Seek her as silver, but where do we look in this book? I see the word wisdom, but how do I make her mine? I've read about wisdom more than once, but she hasn't been given. What else do I have to do? I'm in the insignificant detail, not in just word, but in picture. I am the entirety of the feminine, whether man, beast, or fowl. I'm the her and she in its totality. I built both arks, the tabernacle and the temple. I'm Samson's riddle, the writing on the wall. I'm Noah's dove, Balaam's donkey, the two she-bears who came out of the woods. I'm there when you don't care. I'm your smile when patience comes through. I'm your laugh at midnight during scripture breakthroughs. It was me that made you see I'm the question that comes after each verse and through patience. I'm the answer. If you don't have me, you can't give me away. I am Deborah's palm tree. In the desert they came to 70 of me. I'm the still small voice. The seed knows what to do because of me. I'm the reason God is not mentioned in the book of Esther. My location is what you can't see. I'm hidden exactly what I wasn't worth. I came from, I was ruddy like the soil around me. I was made in the image and likeness of God. I had the Spirit of God living in my soul, in this body I am in. Everything was fine until I believed a lie I was told. If I believed I would die, a separation took place. I no longer see his face. Out of Eden we go, but God's goal is to redeem man's soul with his own. My body was born from the dust of the ground. God's own breath made me a living soul, and the Spirit of God Almighty dwells in me. I am spirit, soul, and body. Whoa, what a privilege to be made like God. Moses, put off thy sandals from off thy feet. Bring my people to me so they can eat. Take this rod and go, an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. It became the truth because a soul for a soul. This is the goal as a shadow. Samson said, let my soul die with the Gentiles. Then he pushed the pillars down. But it was Jesus who came down and planted in dry ground. A soul for a soul. This was the goal God gave his only begotten Son from his own bosom, his only soul. And on the cross, Jesus said, it is finished. This was the goal. My body was formed from the dust of the ground. God's own breath made me a living soul, and the Spirit of God Almighty dwells in me. I am spirit, soul, and body. Whoa, what a privilege to be made like God. And immediately there fell from his eyes as it had been scales. And he received sight forthwith and arose and was baptized. After God's soul was offered, men became Descaled. This was the goal. We are no longer there. No one can take my sandals from my feet. Bring my people to me so they can eat. Take this iron rod and go, soul for soul. This was the goal. You did this for me. You did this for me. For that I will sing. My body was born from the dust of the ground. God's own breath made me a living soul, and the Spirit of God Almighty dwells in me. I am spirit, soul, and body. Wow, what a privilege to be made like God. Ooh, what a privilege.
What is going on?
What's the deal?
What's the deal, Pickle? Oh, man. I got most of this on track. We are tracking like a guided missile.
Somebody called Bill?
Huh?
Somebody said Bill?
Who did?
No. We said, what the deal, Pickle?
Oh. Yeah. We're talking about dill pickles, not Bill pickles. I'm not sure what a Bill pickle would be, but we're talking about dill pickles, you know, things you slice up and put on hamburgers. Them.
I'll tell you what Bill Pickle would be. It's when Bill likes to talk about women preaching. No, I'm just joking.
Go,
Just joking.
go. It's sour. It's
That
sour.
would be
No
Bill in a
good.
pickle.
Oh, it's bitter. It's a bitter.
It's a-
It's like bitter water.
No. No, she's saying the words out of your mouth are not living water. It's sour when you start talking like that.
Dry and desolate.
Dry.
Dusty.
Dry and desolate. No good for nothing. Barren words.
Barren. That's right. Perfect.
That's
Yeah.
so profound. That's so profound.
Yeah, it's profound. Yeah. All right, so we picking up in Nehemiah chapter 10. And remember, chapter 10 is still going to be getting into, like, you know, what Jews or the way it words it. It says, now those that sealed were Nehemiah, the Tarshatha, the son of Hakaliah, and
Unknown caller.
Hadkaliah and Zidkiah, and then it starts going through these begattens. It goes through a lot of them. We're talking verses all the way to 30, maybe 27, 28, 28. Yeah, so we get to, okay, yeah, so 28. Let me see, and it says, and the rest of the people, the priest, the Levite, even 28, the priest, the Levites, and all that separated themselves from the people. And look how it describes it. What'd you say, Marie? Okay, I found it. Took forever. Had to reload from the cloud. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm sorry it took so long to find it. For some reason, it's like real easy for people to find it. And then other people, they find it on their first try. Like me, I found it on the first try. I'm not sure what the deal is with that. But then it goes into even their wives and their sons, daughters, everyone having knowledge and having understanding. So actually, you know, they're asking questions. I mean, Descales. What do you mean descales, Marie? Why'd you put an S instead of a D at the end of it?
You know how Spanish do these scales, we put S's on everything.
Well, I want to make sure. Oh, there were so many. You know what's funny? When ours went in there, there wasn't a whole lot. It's like out of nowhere. Now that I put descaled music in there, there's like 10. The only one that was in there was CJ. I'm going to tell CJ, you're going to have to take off that descaled thing you got up there. That's causing confusion like a mug. You're going to have to upload that under Wit and Melodies or something. Change the name of it or something. That thing is causing confusion like a mug.
You talking about the...
You got a song? Hey, look, you got a song called Descaled all the time. Bro, once a week, somebody's like, hey, it was just a bunch of music. And I'm like, what? Screenshot and send it to me. And they'll send it to me, and it'll be that song that you put up there a long time ago that have no words. Like, that thing needs to come down. That thing is really causing some issues. Put that, change the name of it or something and you know, do something with it. I don't know. That thing's causing an issue. At first, I was like, it's just one person. But now every week, I'm like, bro, why is that thing popping up? Like, I don't understand it. I don't know. And then now now there's more. Like, people are like, wow, that's a cool name. Everything's descaled. Now everybody got descaled albums. Like, get out of here.
It's like 5 that I saw so far.
Well, I'm telling you right now, there wasn't but one, and it was CJ's. I remember when I went in there, bro. I put
I remember the one that has that one single, and then the other ones just popped up recently.
Yeah, oh yeah, they're all if they were there already, I'm not sure why they didn't pop up, because I didn't just use my devices. I would use family members just to see what would pop up, and it just kept being that one that CJ had up there. Is it over and over. And then now all of a sudden they just spelling it different. And I'm like, oh man, you know, somebody sees the songs getting blowed up. They're like, wow, whoever that is getting a lot of traction. So they put the same, get out of here. Yeah. They might get away with it for a little bit, but after a while, people are going to be like, oh, that's not it. So I don't know. It's just kind of odd. Real odd, honestly. All right, who's starting off reading?
All right. Are we going through all the names?
Oh, absolutely not. Maybe another day.
Okay,
maybe
thank you,
another day.
Jesus.
Yeah, maybe another
Thank you.
day. Maybe another
I'll
day.
read then.
We're not trying to go that slow. Let me see. Today. All right, let me see what this person said. Americans would block George Carlin. I don't even know who the heck George Carlin is. Feelings. 33356. I have no idea what you're talking about. We're talking about Jesus in here, man. Are you wanting to talk politics? Wait a minute, you were in here yesterday. Odin, you were in here yesterday? Just give me a yes or no. Just give me a yes or no, bro. What you got? What you got, homeboy? Can eat cheeseburgers. He said Jesus starved so everyone could eat cheeseburgers. What the heck are you talking about? Boy, that's silly, man. Would you like to know about the birth of Jesus? Well, we've already went over that, and we're going further. Now we're in the book of Nehemiah, so we've already talked about the birth of Jesus and all that. But you can hang out and learn something further than just the birth of Jesus, right? Learn something further. All right, let me turn that off. I just had that on just for some. All right, so let's see. Anyone with God inside gets destroyed. That's all you put? Anyone with God inside gets destroyed. No, actually, anyone that has God inside becomes the destroyer, my friend. Let's see. That's backward around. Yeah. Just hang out.
I have a question.
This ain't time for questions, Jody. You can mute your mic. Mute your mic. We're about to start reading. Therefore, from God. All right. Nina, you ready?
Ready. 28.
Let's see. 28. 29. So we're starting at Nehemiah chapter 10, verse 29. Let me get my thingamabobber ready here. All right, send it.
All right. 29. They clave to their brethren, their nobles, and entered into a curse and into an oath to walk in God's law, which was given by Moses, the servant of God, and to observe and do all the commandments of the Lord our Lord, and his judgments and his statutes. And when
Y'all being too loud.
That we would not give our daughters unto the people of the land, nor take their daughters for our sons. And if the people of the land bring war or any victuals on the Sabbath day to sell, that we would not buy it of them on the Sabbath or on the holy day, and that we would leave the seventh year and the exaction of every debt. Also, we made ordinances for us to charge ourselves yearly with the third part of a shekel for the service of the house of our God, for the shewbread, and for the continual meat offering, and for the continual burnt offering of the Sabbath, of the new moons for the set feasts, and for the holy things, and for the sin offerings, to make an atonement for Israel, and for all the work of the house of our God. And we cast the lots among the priests and the Levites and the people for the wood offering, to bring it into the house of our God, after the houses of our fathers, at times appointed, year by year, to burn upon the altar of the Lord our God, as it is written in the law, and to bring the first fruits of our ground and the first fruits of all fruit of all trees year by year unto the house of the Lord. Also the firstborn of our sons and of our cattle, as it is written in the law, and the firstlings of our herds and of our flocks, to bring the house of our God, bring to the house of our God, to the priests that minister in the house of our God, and that we should bring the first fruits of our dough and our offerings and the fruit of all manner of trees, of wine, and of oil into the priests, to the chambers of the house of our God, and the tithes of our ground unto the Levites, that the same Levites might have the tithes, all the cities of our tillage. And the priest, the son of Aaron, should be with the Levites. When the Levites take tithes, and the Levites shall bring up the tithe of the tithes unto the house of our God, to the chambers, into the treasure house for the children of Israel, and the children of Levi shall bring the offering of corn, the new wine, and the oil into the chambers where are the vessels of the sanctuary, and the priests that minister, and the porters, and the singers, and we will not forsake the house of our God.
Okay, is Saba not here?
He was just here.
She was.
Is Tren here? See if Tren's in the room.
He is in the room.
Yeah, can somebody is she going to be able to make it? Tren, is she going to be able to make it? I don't want to.
She was here.
Well, I know, but she's not. So she's the one that asked. So I want to make sure, she's here and we're going over it. Like if she's busy, she's busy. You know what I mean? Like if she's, that's ain't nothing wrong with that. That's understandable.
I requested Trent see if he could come up with, but I don't know.
Yeah. We can give it let's, it's all right. We just started, man. It's no big deal. But we got 10 out of the way. I was going to say we weren't going to read any of 10. I was going to make a sentence or like it's, and a matter of fact, I'll just say it. Guys, 10 is very simple. All it is because, according to where we are with what Nehemiah, did and all this, it's just all things were put in order, right? Like, according to the law. You understand? So they slowly put everything in order. They cast lots. Who's going to be in charge? Who's going to do this? All they did was put everything back in order according to the law. That's what they started establishing. That's why they checked genealogies. Let's look at the names. All that stuff was important. To this day, Jews think it's important to show who's of God. It's the craziest thing. To this day, there is a huge amount of Jews. They cannot let it go. They will not. They want to believe that their quote unquote, their genealogy is what is showing that they're part of God. And all that does is push them away from God because nothing could be further from the truth. It's not true. The genealogy was important because the one thing that everything, the God, everything, bro, the story, everything is based on these humans are claiming that God said a seed you got to understand, humans are claiming that God said he was going to send his seed to this world. So it was very important. The genealogy, who did you come from? All that stuff was important. And when Jesus came, that was a wrap. It was all for him. And these knuckleheads to this day, and I'm even talking about some of them that believe that Jesus was the Messiah. They still get caught up in this crap. You can hear it when they talk. Don't point your finger, don't condemn, but it is crap. It's a bunch of junk. You are not closer to God because somehow you think you can prove some sort of genealogy. Jesus made it very clear. Oh, and don't say because of Abraham. Bro, no Jew that day would say that. Listen, there are a lot of Jews today that would not say that, but Jesus said it. But there are Jews today who wouldn't say, they wouldn't be caught dead saying something like that. They would not let that come out of their mouth. So that's why they spit on Jesus. Jesus stupid. And when you go read right in the Talmud, and you got to be careful with the Talmud because there's still people today, Christians, that they read stuff that's in the Talmud and they think that the Talmud's kind of like a book, that all you see is Jews talking bad about Jesus. No, bro. It's a huge like commentary where there's many people that are writing stuff in there, and they're all writing like the thoughts that they're having or studies that they studied, and they're writing it in there. And because of that, there's going to be hateful people that are going to say, and curse it be Jesus. Bro, everybody is writing stuff in there. But what I'm saying about the Talmud is there are people that are rabbinical Jews that can see that it's possible that this dude could be the Messiah, but they're scared to say it. So what they do is they kind of cleverly just write stuff in there that is pointing to that truth, but they don't come out and say it. They don't come out and say it. They just kind of, but I'm telling you the Talmud, a lot of these, oh man, please don't do that right now. I don't think it's going to do it. Maybe I need to bring that down just a little bit. Okay. But a lot of these like oral teachings and stuff that they finally started writing down, a lot of them are confessing it to be true, but not in a way that is like very black and white, very clear. But I'm telling you, it is 100% the treasure map to Christ. It will lead rabbinical Jews and other people to him. It will, because they'll never be able to say that Christians messed this up. They'll never be able to say it because they are claiming these are oral teaching, stuff that was passed down, like secrets that we never told the Catholics. You got to remember, the Jews and Catholics, they have this very weird hate for one another. It's very odd, that they have, and they'll never agree with each other. And, there was a couple of Jews that kind of, stabbed the Jews in the back, and they went to the Catholics and was like, hey, y'all need to go look at the Midrash, you need to go look at the Talmud, and y'all are enemies and y'all don't know it. And it became very bad, very ugly thing that came out of all that. But the bloodline was important until Christ got here. It was very important. Well, now that he's here, they're like, oh, so what? We just throw all this away, all this history? And it's like, you still don't get it. The answer is yes. That's the answer.
Unknown caller.
The answer is yes, because all of that was for the Messiah to come. So now what do? Oh, well, then we don't believe that's the Messiah. There. If they say, oh, we don't believe it's the Messiah, then, oh, well, then now you're justified to keep all these things. Oh, you know what I mean? Now okay, well, you don't believe, whether they believe or not. They could believe that Jesus is the Messiah, and they could just lie and say, no, that's not the right Ben. That's Ben Joseph. That's not Ben David. And we have these things still have to be done because of Ben David. You know, they'll jump to that, and it's like, okay, you know, it's just better not to argue about it. You know, those things don't mean anything anymore. But they all did. They all did because they were shadows of him who was going to come, and he came. So now we focus on what that's why at the Mount of Transfiguration with, Moses and Elijah, the voice that spoke said, talking about Christ, hear him. Hear him. It didn't say anything about add Elijah and Moses. Listen to all three of them combined. That's what he would have said. They're all standing right there before the people, and he said, hear him. And Jesus said, Moses said, but I say. Moses said, but I say. So are we supposed to do what Moses said or what he said? Oh, you're supposed to do both. No, bro. No, absolutely not. No. Moses said this, and then Jesus says something completely different. Why? Because you're supposed to hear him. Okay. Now, again, this was the Jews. You understand? The Jews were supposed to hear him. The Jews were. Host, what version of the Bible do you read or use? All of them. I use all of them. And all of them, I will go to the Greek and the Hebrew to get a better understanding. There's not a version I haven't read. And if a version cannot take me to the original Greek and Hebrew, then I don't use it. You guys still doing calls? BBN, are you still here? BBN, are you still here? YouTube? Oh, just so y'all know, guys, yesterday, our live, when we were going over Nehemiah, I think what were we doing? We went over 6 through 10. That video got like 14,000 views. That video did. BBN, if you're still here, say something, man, because you're not responding, so maybe you're not. What's with the palm tree? Who said that? WT. Do you read the Bible? WT. Do you read the Bible? I'm not being smart. I'm being for real. I don't know you, so I'm just asking. Central Florida. What's going on, Amanda? Yeah. How familiar are you with the Old Testament? I mean, I see you have a menorah right there, but how familiar are you? There's 500,000 views in total on YouTube. Yeah, we're pretty much at 500,000 views, guys, if y'all didn't know that. And I'm going to be completely honest. I mean, if just based on the trajectory of Descaled, we might be at 1 million views before the year's done. A little bit. Yeah, that's probably why you're asking. That's probably why you're asking about the palm trees. I guess I'll make it as fast as I can, but this is not one reason. I'm just trying to show you one little glimpse of the Old Testament. So Paul tells us that we're the temple, right, WT? Paul the Apostle, he says, know ye not that you're the temple? Just so I know, like, yeah, okay, well, the reason why he says that, number one, is because it's true, okay? But if he says that we're the temple, shouldn't it? I mean, it just makes sense, huh? Let me go check the temple out. Why is he calling us the temple? Well, Solomon prayed for wisdom, and God gave it to him. So if God gave him wisdom, and after God gave him wisdom, Solomon built the temple, the question is, WT, who built the temple? Was it the wisdom of God that was given to Solomon? Or was it Solomon without wisdom that built the temple? What built the temple? Man's wisdom or God's wisdom? WT. Only got a few more questions. I'm just trying to hurry up and get you there, bro. Like, again, this is 1% of this truth. But what wisdom? God's wisdom. Okay, so now inside the temple, it's full of palm trees. So who put the palm trees in there? Did Solomon put them in there because he thought it made it look like a resort? It was nice and pretty? Or was it the wisdom of God that told him, hey, fill it with palm trees? Yeah, I'm asking WT. You understand, WT, what I'm saying? Did wisdom put the palm trees, did he fill the temple with palm trees because he thought they were pretty? He wanted it to look like a 5-star resort? Or did God, the wisdom of God, tell him, fill the temple with palm trees? Which one, WT? I'm trying to get an answer from you. I'm not trying to be smart. I'm trying to be God. Okay, so I'll just say this. You can go study this out yourself. But in the Bible in its entirety, in the Old Testament, palm trees represent wisdom. Okay? And if we are the temple, and the physical temple is full of palm trees, so now answer the question, what's up with the palm trees? Based on the Bible. Based on the Bible. You understand? Wisdom of God. There you go. Now, I gave that to you in 30 seconds, but in order for you to really see it, which I'm sure you can kind of already see it already, but if you really want to see it, you know, I could talk about that sucker 3-4 days straight, nonstop. Like, I wouldn't even let you take a nap. Like, we're talking 100 hours. Yeah. So just like you see people put a dove in their picture, right? You see them put a dove in their picture. You know, you kind of see these little images the Bible gives. But the thing that Paul the Apostle, who clearly had a very strong revelation of God, he tells us that we're the temple. And it's like nobody really goes and studies the temple. That's just so odd to me. Like, if you are the temple and we go and so the physical temple is there so we can look at it. And then you have to start asking yourself, what are all these things in the temple? Why are they there? And they're like, oh, it's easy, you know, because of the law. Yeah, but if we are the temple, what do these things mean now? They don't mean the same thing anymore, right? They had a meaning and it's physical. But if we are the temple, all right, I don't see a table of showbread inside of me. There's no physical palm tree. So what are all these things? Why is the entirety of this thing solid gold? Why does the ark in it? What is the ark? Right? So one of the reasons I use the menorah. Why? Why is one of the reasons you use the menorah? Yeah, Odin, if you can't calm down, bro. I mean, my mods are gonna mute you, bro. No offense, but you are talking kind of wildly out there. Man, excuse me.
There she is.
Hey, Saba.
God bless you, brother. God bless everyone. Sorry, this was the first time I could speak to my
I'm sorry.
WhatsApp call.
I'm sorry. I got a call. It's the first time you could speak to who?
Yeah, to my dad and my mom through because they got access to VPN.
Go talk to him, bro. You're good.
I already did.
Are you sure?
Like I had to make sure. Yes, I had to make sure everything is okay, you know, and talk to them and all that. So sorry about that.
No, you don't got to apologize, bro.
Yeah.
Like I mean, obviously something came up, but I mean, bro, like. You're good. If you got to go handle whatever, go handle it.
No, because I wanted to give him a call later, but like he kept like, you know, calling because I was like, okay, maybe he's not getting the message. So I'm going to like, you know, speak to them and then come back.
Yeah. Because, you know, by now you should know me. I want you to be free, bro. Like, come on. Descaled is not your obligation. All right. You know, so.
No, brother. I was waiting for you to open the live. Like,
okay. All right.
Yes.
Cool. Yeah.
So what was the question? Was there anything that?
Right now. No. So right now we just read 10 and I'm talking to somebody right now. Just give me a second. WT, no, it is the symbol of the temple. And I am also, the Judean part don't matter though. No offense. That stuff don't matter anymore. What matters is through God, through Christ, anyone that receives him, right? Just like the Gentiles used to do, they become part of that. There is no more Jew or Gentile. Everything is back to the garden now. That's the whole point of all this. We're back to the garden. In the garden, there were no Jews. There were no Jews. There were no Gentile. All right. Man become fallen, and God used Abraham to create the Jewish people, but that's so the Messiah can come. Now that the Messiah came, right? Now that the Messiah came through, just like Jesus came through Mary, right? So you have the Catholics. The Catholics try to make everyone believe this is it. It's this Catholic universal thing. No, my friend, absolutely not. Okay, the Jews were used, right, through Mary to bring the Messiah, and so it's so weird. The Catholics like, okay, well, we're going to keep this Jewish Mary, and now everything is about Mary. No, you missed it too. Absolutely not. The Jews failed, the Catholics failed, and they say, oh, well, if the Catholics failed, then Jesus' church failed. No, Jesus' church has nothing to do with what y'all are making. Has nothing to do with this. It's the same thing. It's the same thing with the Jews. The scribes and the Pharisees messed it up. But guess what? Jesus still came through them. But they messed it all up. So now we're going to say that the Jews, because the Jews messed up, God messed up? Absolutely not. Wait, are you Protestant? What is Protestant? What is that? Why do you people bring up these weird names to me? What's a Protestant? Metal Fox. What's a Protestant? What are you talking about? Listen, I'm telling y'all, you guys, these words, y'all keep using this to divide. Listen to what I minister, my friend. Listen to what I minister. Fox, you've been here before. You came back again because you know that what I'm ministering is true. And now you ask me, are you Protestant? What, guys, you guys have literally learned, you are allowing Satan to teach you how to separate yourself from people that obviously are doing the right thing regarding ministry. And then you allow these weird words. Yeah, you allow these weird Protestant. What is that? Somebody came in here and was asking me, "Are you Lutheran?" Or what they say? What's the guy's name that they threw out? Travis, what Protestant means? Protesting the church. I don't know nothing about that. I don't know nothing about anybody protesting. I know nothing about that. All right. I'm a guy that picked up the Bible and I preach Christ. So all this stuff, your Protestant protest. I never held a protesting sign in my life. I don't even know what y'all talking. Y'all actually teaching me stuff that's irrelevant. I don't even want to learn. Whatever y'all got sucked into and, whatever cult mindset y'all got sucked, don't put me in it. I don't even want to know. Martin Luther. I don't even know who Martin Luther is. Look at this. Now I have to learn. Let me just say this. Travis, is Martin Luther a good guy or bad guy? Let me just get this out. Is Martin Luther good or bad? You're like, y'all put me on this side that I never even met these people. Is Martin Luther good or bad? Travis, come on. Help somebody out. Is he good or bad? You don't know if he's good or bad, or you don't. Okay. Yeah, y'all ain't helping me out, man. You don't know Martin. No, I don't. Why should I? Why should I know who Martin Luther is? I know who Jesus is. Can I talk about him? This is crazy. Paul the Apostle I know, and Jesus I know. Okay, these other people, y'all, I don't know anything about it. Can I just know Jesus? Is that all right? Martin Luther brought Reformation Christianity. I'm sorry. Guys, listen, if you got your own little heroes, I know Jesus. Ain't he the main hero in this story or no? That was bad. Catholics and non-Catholics. No, I know, bro. Y'all are teaching me. Listen to this. This is crazy. Lying is bad. You know what Catholics and non-Catholics are. Why lie? No, I don't know. Y'all keep teaching me. Don't you understand? Olivia, you are teaching me this. You right now, no, I don't. No, I don't. The Bible says you'll know them by their fruit. That's how I know if somebody's of Christ. Absolutely not. I don't care what you say. I don't care. You guys keep trying to teach me this and I don't care nothing about it. Martin Luther, the one called, okay. All right. Let me go back to, it's not misunderstood. I know what I'm doing. Okay. Come on. How long you been here? Don't worry about it. I got this. Martin Luther was the one who started the breakaway. Again, Travis, why do I care who Martin Luther is? Listen to what I'm asking you, bro. If I picked up the Bible and I come to Christ through the Bible, not Luther, is that okay, Travis? Now there are I don't know anything about your Protestant churches, and I don't care. Listen, Travis, my question is it okay if a guy like me who knows nothing about this crap, if I pick up the Bible and come to Christ, is that okay, Travis? Is that okay? That's what I'm asking you. I need an answer from you, Travis. Is it okay for someone to pick up the Bible and come to Christ? Of course. Okay. So listen to what I'm trying to tell you. Stop doing this to people. Stop bringing up. Let me ask you, this Luther guy. When did this happen? When did this happen, bro? No, I do know Christ, Olivia. You're lying now. Okay, so Travis, when did this happen? Where you're saying that this Luther man in 1500? Listen. I mean, guys, this is crazy. I was born in 1900, bro. I was born 400 years after this. I didn't go to no school. Maybe y'all did. I didn't go to no school and someone taught me about some Luther guy. I didn't learn none of this crap. You guys, man. You guys, bro, that y'all are lying. Who is teaching y'all that everybody knows this? Olivia, if you're still here, who is teaching you that everybody knows this? I know more about the Lord of the Rings than I do this crazy story y'all are telling me. This is just nuts. This is crazy. I was born in 1900. And you're telling me in 1500, some man made the Catholics mad and somehow he taught me. So I don't know who this dude is. Do y'all still think he's alive? You think he's running around making disciples or what? This is crazy, bro. Listen, guys. Why are you amazed? Listen, Celsus, you've been here before. Celsus, you said, I'm amazed you don't know who Martin Luther is. The Bible don't talk about him. What are you talking about? Celsius, I know what the Bible says. The Bible says nothing about this Luther guy that y'all keep worshiping. This is bananas. This is a cultish thing that y'all are doing. Hold on. I gotta know. I'm not trying to be mean, man. Y'all, it's crazy. Travis, I gotta know. Travis, come on. Please tell me you're still here. Travis, I gotta know. Are you saying that I have to learn about this Luther dude, Travis? Holy hell is right, Crayon. Martin Luther played a major role in shaping. No, Celsius, listen. How come Luther is not in the Bible? Listen to what I'm asking you, Celsius. Why is Luther not in the Bible? Y'all think I'm playing? I ain't playing. Y'all have met someone, okay, that is telling y'all that what y'all are doing is out of control. I don't know any of these people. I know who Jesus, I know who Paul is. If you got through 8 years of school, you know, I didn't go to no Catholic school. What are you talking about? My school did not teach about Luther. I went to a regular school. What are you talking about? If you went through 8 years of school, I didn't go through no school, from kindergarten all the way through high school. There was nobody talking about no Luther dude that y'all are talking about. Y'all must have went to some Catholic school. I didn't go to a Catholic school. Let's see. Leave Christianity. What is Christianity? Man, you guys, golly, now leave Christianity, Catholics, Luther. You know what's funny? I'm over here talking about Jesus, and I haven't heard none of y'all talk about him. You don't see you don't see a problem? Do y'all not see a problem there? I'm talking about Jesus. Y'all start talking about your idols you worship. Luther, Catholics, Christianity. Oh, my Lord, bro. You drive y'all people, man. I don't care what Martin Luther is. I don't know nothing about him. This is crazy. You guys talk more about these people. And to be honest with you, it sounds like y'all don't like this Luther dude. I'm not saying y'all do like him or don't. But just kind of reading y'all's messages, it don't sound like y'all like this dude, but y'all have talked more about Luther than Jesus. Come on, man. You missed Martin Luther Day. I don't even know what that is. Listen, one thing I'm not going to do is allow y'all to teach me this crap that don't matter. I hear you, Lorena. School failed me? No, y'all are failing me, Celsius. Y'all are failing me. Celsius, answer my question. How come Luther is not in this Bible, man? Somebody failed you, said this is crazy. How come you're not talking to me about Jesus, Celsius? How come you have put, since the time you ever started coming here, probably 500 messages, how come I don't hear you talking about Christ? I don't care. You're not listening to what I'm telling you. You have said Luther's name, whoever this bad guy is. You minister Luther more than you do Jesus. That is a problem. Something is wrong with that. It sounds like your school or whoever, y'all schools failed y'all. They taught you more about this dude in the 1500s. Jesus Christ was here over 2,000 years ago. How come y'all ain't talking about him? All of you. Don't get quiet now. Shame on every one of you. And I'm not saying it rude, but that's shameful. Okay, my bad, Sales. I thought you were a believer, bro. I apologize. What do you care? Professor, let me ask you, okay, Descaled, are you saved by faith or sacraments? Why do you care? Why do you care how I'm saved? Well, let's say if I am, so let me ask you, Professor, is it okay for me to read about Jesus? Do I need your permission to read about Jesus? Professor, I'm being dead serious. I want to know, because maybe you're something else. Maybe someone else going to say, oh, he's from Palatata. And I'm going to be like, who's Palatata? Now I got to go learn about Palatata now? I'm asking your view. No, I know what you're asking. Okay? But I'm asking you, is it okay? Do I need your permission to read about Jesus? I want to see how crazy this is. You guys, this is crazy. Do I need your permission to read about Jesus? Give me a yes or no, bro. No, this is my life. I'm not going to answer your question. I don't have to. If you want to know anything about me, I learned about Christ in the Bible. Okay, I could care less what any of y'all think of me. I don't care. Clearly, I don't need your permission, right? Because if I did, you would have said yes. So I don't need your permission. So I'm going to continue to read about Christ without your permission or anybody else's, okay? All these people y'all are trying to teach me about Luther, I don't care. I'm not going to read a book about him. I don't care. Right? No, actually, I'm a believer. I don't know who Luther is. And Celsius, you said, it just amazes me you don't know about Luther. Celsius, maybe that's why you're not ministering Christ, because someone pushed stupid Luther's name in your head so much. You understand? Notice, the one that knows nothing about this Luther guy, he wants to know about Christ. And the one that knows everything about Luther, you don't want to know about Christ. You see? Something's wrong. Something is wrong here, bro. Something is wrong here. Oh, no, I say it all the time, Word. Word, stay here. You'll hear me. We're talking about Christ right now, but what you're doing is you're seeing me. I don't understand these people. They talk more about this Luther. I will never read a book about Luther. I don't care. Listen, Professor, you can choose to stay here or not. I don't care. Okay? I really don't, man. All right, you stay here long enough, you'll see. You stay here long enough. Plowman. All right, Plowman, I'll give you a couple of circles, but we're going to hop back into Nehemiah here in a minute. I try to bring him up, or her. Let's see. No? I guess they got tired of waiting. I don't know. He's going to go read about Luther. I swear, I promise I'm not. Lord have mercy. Look at the contention that this guy's name is bringing. Why would I go? Listen. I'm not saying the guy's good or bad, all right? What I'm saying is it is more profitable for a man to learn about Christ. You understand? I'm telling you, listen, y'all, For the past few years, people keep bringing up this dude. Listen, if I ain't looked up his name then, I'm not looking it up now. It amazes me how, for whatever reason, this Protestant man, whatever that is, y'all focus, whoever, listen, who is Luther? I don't know. Crayon, don't even ask. Lord have mercy. Don't even ask. I don't know, because I'm telling you right now, I'm not going to go find out. I don't care. I don't care. Rage bait? No, buddy. Rage is when people start punching the screen. I don't care. It amazes me. It amazes me. It amazes me.
You gotta throw the hat at the screen. You gotta go,
Yeah. Start cut. Listen, rage baiting is when people start cussing and, like throwing stuff around. They're mad. No. I am amazed that people who claim that they're saved by Christ, they know more about Luther than they do Christ. That's crazy. He's not even in here. Luther is not in here. I don't care who he is, what he did. I don't care. Listen, the Bible's right here. I read about it. And if anybody says it's wrong to read the Bible, something's wrong with you. Make that Martin Luther King, I guess. I don't know who they're talking about. Martin Luther King Jr. I don't know, bro. I don't care. I don't, man. It's nuts.
We just got a short sample of expounding on trolling 101.
Yeah. Y'all just pay attention. Pay attention. All right, check it out. We're moving on. Okay, so Saba, you still here?
Yes, brother.
Saba's like, oh God, unfortunately. Yes, can y'all please quit?
No, actually, I like that, because this is all idol worshiping, they have all these idols.
I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's an idol or not. You know what I do know? That dude's name's not in here. Huh?
100%.
Is his name in here? So why would I go read a book about some dude, bro? This is crazy.
We're going to be talking about the Cyrus the Great. Today, Artaxerxes, because it's in the Bible.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we'll talk. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I mean, it's not only that. They have so many church fathers that they worship literally. They follow the church fathers rather than Jesus and his teachings.
Oh, God, please, Saba, please don't talk about church. I don't even know what that's about. Please, listen, don't confuse me. I don't care about none. The only thing I care about is Jesus that's in here. That's it. Hold on.
At some point, I was going to give up on reading the Bible because when I got saved, I came on these lives on TikTok. There were Catholics, Orthodox, Protestant, that. And they were all talking about, you need to go read about this church father. And I was like, oh my God, how many church fathers do I have to go read to understand something?
I know. I don't know. I don't care. These people confuse me. I don't care. I don't care. Professor, you still here? Professor, my number one fan. Listen, Professor. Angry. Oh, my Lord. Hey, listen, if you stick around, you'll see this is how I am. Okay. I'm not angry. I'm just, I don't understand it. And I do not care to understand that is how far off you guys are gotten. Y'all have went so far away from Jesus. I don't cower. No, I'm not calling you a coward. What do you mean? I'm sorry if I said the word coward. That's not, I didn't mean to say it. Okay. If I said that, I don't remember saying that. Or maybe are you talking to somebody else in the chat? Okay, well, if somebody else call you a coward, then maybe because you're acting like a coward. I don't know, but I didn't call you one. All I'm saying is it amazes me. Oh, I'm being a coward from your question? Oh, I don't, Professor, come on. I don't care what you call me. I think your questions are, I don't believe your questions have any relevance in what I'm doing today. You understand? Like, you have like this question, man up, I've been to war. So you've been to war? At least say you've been to war, and then we can start talking about our man card. Okay, have you been to war? I'm just saying, if you're gonna get stupid now, then I've already been to war. So don't tell me to man up. I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying, bro. No offense. I ain't trying to, but I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
I've been to war in Call of Duty.
I'm just saying.
Brother, you know what yesterday, Brother Christian, what he told me, and I never knew about that. What was the thingy that you said, the name? for the
The
Christians.
Spanish Inquisition.
Yes, they were Catholics. They were literally unaliving people, like the Catholics who had Bibles in their house. Make it make sense. If this is from God, how would they destroy the word of God plus the people who were following and reading and having the word of God in their houses? I'm shocked, like honestly speechless. Like I didn't even know about this. Like this is a huge thing. Like, and being blind to it and still following that cult it's honestly, it's just like mind blowing. I have 100% a different view, like with Catholics. I can't see them like normal, like, you know, how I used to see them anymore.
Okay, well,
But
first,
yeah,
let
that
me
was
say this. Let me say
interesting.
this quick. Okay, Professor, I don't know if you've been to war or not, but I have. So the whole man up, I've already done all that. So let's get past that. Listen, let me tell you why, again, for the 100th time, that I'm not answering your question, okay? It has nothing to do with, I'm scared of your question. I believe your question has no relevance in what I'm doing. Do you understand? Stop. I don't care. You're not going to get me to answer, okay? It's not going to happen. I'm not going to answer your question. I don't care what you call me. I don't care. I don't care what you say, bro. I'm sitting there telling you your question has no relevance. I don't care. Your question has your question is like literally low tier questions that are obviously coming from. I don't know if you're a Catholic. I don't know. Okay, I'm not trying to attack what you believe, but I think it's just very. I can't stop laughing at how you are so focused on how I need to answer how I'm saved. Christ, my friend, Christ. And when you say, no, sacraments and this other stuff, bro, wow, low tier, man. Low tier. You can hang out. Hold on a second. Professor, you can hang out, but don't feel like your question is ever going to get answered. It's not. I don't care how crazy you act. The name calling, bro, I don't care. I am telling you right now, you're not going to get answered, period. Okay, but you can hang out and listen and learn. What, big fella?
This reminds me of the guy that came up demanding you answer him. I demand you answer him
there's
now.
Every week they have some moron that comes up here and used to treat their father like crap, like holding a machete, like he's going to unalive his own dad because he don't like the masculinity. So they come in here and over masculine themselves and just sound like a squealing mouse, you know. And it's like, bro, just get out. I'm not your dad, okay? I'm not the one that mistreat you when you were growing up, okay? Missy, we say, I'm surprised it's only one a week. Well, it is, you know. I mean, sometimes it's more than one, but usually it's one, you know. And then, hey, sometimes we go a whole month, honestly, you know, 3 weeks or something. But I don't know. I'm not your dad, okay? Yeah, I'm not your dad. Right, so, all right, but let me say this, Saba. So, excuse me. So chapter 10, you didn't have to be here for that. Chapter 10, even though there's a lot of stuff we can go over in chapter 10, we don't have to because a lot of it we've already been over. But in chapter 10, it brings up all the names of the people that's pretty much going to be living there. And it says, basically what they did is they put all things, right, in order.
Inside the wall.
Well, no. In order according to the law. Okay?
Okay.
So chapter 10 is like, it's kind of like, okay, guys, bring the high priest. Let's start the tithing again. Let's start everything that they knew that they were supposed to be doing. All these people started doing it again, right? So let's see. Another streamer teacher. You streamers are all so enlightened. Yeah, stick around, learn something. Absolutely. Appreciate that. All right, so let's go to...
Wouldn't say all.
Huh? Do what?
I wouldn't say all.
That's what they said. I'm just reading what they said.
I know. That's not, and I'm responding to them.
Yeah, there's no need. All right, who's going to read 11? So chapter 10, that's what they did in chapter 10. So let's go to chapter 11.
I got it.
All right, hold on. Before you read, let me look at it real quick. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
11? Okay. Give me
Nehemiah 11.
Starting at verse 1. Nehemiah chapter 11, verse 1. And the rulers of the people dwelt at Jerusalem. The rest of the people also cast lots to bring one of 10 to dwell in Jerusalem, the holy city, and 9 parts to dwell in other cities. And the people blessed all the men that willingly offered themselves to dwell at Jerusalem. Now, these are the chief of the province that dwelt in Jerusalem. But in the cities of Judah dwelt everyone in his possession in their cities, to wit, Israel, the priest, and the Levites, and the Nethinims, and the children of Solomon's servants. And at Jerusalem dwelt certain of the children of Judah, and of the children of Benjamin, of the children of Judah, Athaiah, the son of Uzziah, the son of Zechariah, the son of Amara, the son of Shephat.
All right. Hold on. I forgot about 11. Let's go. All right, so let me go to 4 real quick. And it says, in Jerusalem dwelt certain of the children of Judah and the children of Benjamin. And then it starts going through all these names. And it's going to go through a lot. So let's see, 5, you have Zechariah. Then 6 is all the sons of Perez. 7 goes to Benjamin. Let's see. So we're doing this again in 11, right? Let's see. 15, sons of Levites. All right, let's go to Micah. The prayer of Shamu, Gali, the Levites and Holy Spirit were 200. Now we start numbering. Poor order, let's see, their brethren kept the gates. Now we have jobs, right? Every man his inheritance. They're going through that. Let's see. Now it's going on 25. So Nehemiah 11:25, it says, and for the villages with their fields, some of the children of Judah dwelt there. And in the villages was Zekabzeel. And it's still going through all the names with where the people are going, who's going there, like their job they're going to have.
Unknown caller.
And then it says, okay, 11. So Nehemiah 11, let's see, 31, still going through Benjamin, through their villages. And then we go to 12. I thought 12 did all that. It's been a long time. So it's 11. So it's 11 and 12. Look, 12's doing the same thing. So Nehemiah 12:1. Now these are the priests of the Levites that went up, and it's going through all the names. And again, they have to. All this stuff is important to bring Christ into the world. All this stuff. So they all this analytical. Hold on.
Maybe we should just let the Bible app read it to us.
Absolutely not. Lord have mercy.
We will get a restriction.
Yeah, that could happen too. So, all right.
Happened, which makes no sense. I don't even know how they know that that's what that is, but okay.
It only happens to you, Christian.
It didn't happen to me. It happened to you. Yeah,
I'm trying to
It was back in the days.
I'm trying to find the dedicated
Oh, that one time. Yeah.
chief Levites, commandment, David, man of God, over against the ward. In the days, Nehemiah, governor. Okay, so 25, we're getting somewhere.
Unknown caller.
Oh, yeah, I mean, my phone been blowing up all day and it stopped and now it's starting again. Just give me a second. Somebody find, guys, read to yourselves. Starting around 20, maybe 22, 24 in chapter 12. Okay, somewhere around there, it starts becoming, like, you know, kind of getting back to the story. Find it. I'll be right back.
Are we already in 12? No.
Obviously, you weren't paying attention. Don't ask questions. We're at 12. So someone go to 12, 20, 24, and find where it starts becoming normal.
7.
Yep, dedication of the wall.
But then it goes back into a few names. At 32. So, I don't know.
Yeah. Little spot in 27, little spot in 31.
But those names, I mean, they have to be important.
Oh, they are.
Oh, they are. A story within the names.
Which I have all the names and the meanings for chapter 3. But I'll have to add some more for this chapter.
Yeah, so guys, when we go over this, like this time, this is not one of those go over every name. That's not what you're doing right here. Okay, because guys, listen, all these names are coming from all the names of these people that we've already previously looked up. Do you understand? They're not all just new names. Y'all do understand that, right, Jennifer? You understand that?
Yeah.
Some of these names, no, I never know.
All right, so like, again, it says from the tribe of Benjamin and it names names, right? You with me?
Yes.
Okay, so what I'm saying is the majority of these names, you've heard these names a million times. What I'm saying is it says the same thing. It's not going to be something new. It's going to say the thing that these names always point out to. You understand or no?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
It's the same story, guys. I say this to you all the time. All these names are important, but their importance are still pointing and saying pretty much the same thing. This is the reason it's important to go over them, because you'll get to a point, you'll see all the names and you already know what it's going to say. What do you think it's going to say? I have to tell you? I have to tell you what these names are going to say? Y'all don't know yet? Jennifer, you know what these names are going to say?
It all points to Christ.
All right. So more than likely, look at the story. Look at the story of Nehemiah. What do you think, if we went over all these names, what do you think it's going to say?
That Christ is the Savior.
Well, no.
God is.
No,
God.
obviously Christ is the Savior. I'm saying, other than that, okay, come on now. Let's not be vague. What do you think it's going to say regarding the story we're going over? In context of this story of Nehemiah.
God is the Redeemer.
No, I'm asking Jennifer.
Good story.
Jennifer, what do you think it's going to say other than Christ? Let's not be Jesse right now, okay? What's it going to say specifically?
To be honest with you, the book of Nehemiah never did go through like this, so I was kind of excited.
But listen to my question. Based on context so far,
I don't know what answer you want me to give you. How can I give you an answer I do not have? I'm telling you, I never studied.
No. Listen to what I'm asking you.
Nehemiah.
Listen to what I'm asking you. If you were to guess, what do you think the names are going to say? You're saying you don't know enough of the names that you can't guess. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I don't know what to give you. If I don't got the answer for you, I'm not going to guess.
Okay, so then you don't know, right? That's what you're saying?
That's what I'm saying.
All right,
I don't know.
Okay, so look, you should have an idea, though. How many names would you say you studied in the Old Testament? How many? 5? 10?
I would say roundabout maybe 15, 20.
15 names? There ain't no. No, just on Descaled alone, we've been over 100, if not more.
That I can actually break down.
No. I didn't ask you that. I didn't ask you to break it down. I said, how many do you think you looked up? That's what I'm asking. How many
Okay,
names?
just looked up.
Just looked up, and we went over it on Descaled. Definitely
probably
100.
every single one.
Okay, so probably 200. So what I'm saying is, if I was to name these names to you, watch. Okay, you wanna play? Let's play then. I'm gonna show you. Watch this. All right, Benjamin. Have we went over that name before?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure
we
have.
have.
Son of the right hand.
All right. Okay. Anani. We've been over that name. Nabalit. We've been over that name. Gideon. We've been over that name. Let's see. Jeremiah. Ezra. David, Zerubbabel. I mean, listen, I know that there are some names that we probably haven't went over. What I'm telling you, a lot of them we have, and it's all going to be pointing to the same thing. It is going to be talking about resurrections. It's going to be talking about the land. It's going to be talking about good ground. It's going to be talking about the grace of God. It's all going to be talking about stuff that all of them always mean, is what I'm saying. You're not going to get like this a new revelation that has not already been talked about. It's just going to be given in a different way, in a different order. Why? Because of the context of the story. You understand, Jennifer?
Yes.
Yeah. And you know this. You should know this, that in the context of the story, the names are going to go along with that context. It's in every story. It happens in every story. So we're not missing something because we're not going over the names. We have already learned that all these names are pointing to this truth. We've already learned that. So now on your own time, if you want to go in there and start looking at some of those names, what I'm explaining is what you're going to see. Okay. Now, for someone that has never done that, for someone that has never broke down all the names, they need to start doing it at some point. At some point, you have to start doing this. But what I'm saying is we're going to bypass. We're not missing. Listen, in your own individual study, listen, 11 and 12, or is it 10 also? Yeah, 10, 12, because in the middle of 12, where does it start becoming like getting kind of back to the story, guys, in 12?
22.
22, because it's going to pick up this name again. I don't remember where it's at. Like I said, it's been a minute, but we're going to start. It's going to be like normal reading, and it's going to get back to names again. And it has to happen, guys. This is very important because
27, actually.
Okay. Well, wherever it is, I'll be right back, guys. Give me a second.
The whole book of Nehemiah is a bunch of names. Oh, Lord.
All right. Would y'all find it? Where's it at?
It's 27 verse, chapter 12, 27.
12,
and
27.
This is the dedication of the wall.
All right. Okay, so let's pay attention to this. And once it starts getting back into the names, obviously we'll hear it and we'll just listen. It is important for your individual study to go through all of that, okay? But this is things already 13 chapters long, okay? And we're going to have to start at the beginning and then start breaking all that down. If we started breaking down 10, 11, 12, like every name in there, obviously it is so neat to see how it goes along with this story and how it goes along with Christ. But that's what you're going to see, okay? That's for an individual study. Now, if this was only 3-4 chapters long, we'd probably go through every name. Okay, we'd probably go through every name if this was only a couple chapters long. But because it's 13 and I already have to go. Now, there is a couple of parts in 11 and in 12 regarding some of the names that I'm going to go over on purpose to show you something. But we don't have to go over 2,000 names. You understand, Jennifer? Jennifer.
Yes,
All right.
I understand. I already said I understand where you're coming from.
All right,
Yes.
cool. I didn't hear
Yes,
you say
sir.
I didn't hear you say that. I do now.
Yes, sir. I
All right.
did.
Okay. Well, now it's been confirmed. Okay. Now I know. All right. All right. So 12:27. All right. Go ahead. Who's reading? Jennifer, you still reading, right?
Yes.
All right.
Okay. So Nehemiah chapter 12, verse 27. And at the dedication of the wall of Jerusalem, they sought the Levites out of all their places to bring them to Jerusalem, to keep the dedication with gladness, both with thanksgiving and with singing, with cymbals, psalteries, and with harps. And the sons of the singers gathered themselves together, both out of the plain country round about Jerusalem, and from the villages of Netophathi, also from the house of Gilgal, and out of the fields of Gibeah, and Asmaveth, for the singers had builded the villages round about Jerusalem. And the priests and the Levites purified themselves and purified the people and the gates and the wall. Verse 31. Then I brought up the princes of Judah upon the wall and appointed 2 great companies of them that gave thanks, whereof one went on the right hand upon the wall toward the dung gate, and after them went Hoshea and half of the princes of Judah. And then it gets into the names again.
All right. What verse are you on?
This is, I went all the way to 32.
You went all the way to 32. All right. Okay. So that's where it picks up the names again. All right. So, let's see. It's funny what it says. It might be, let's see, 36, nothing yet, with the musical instruments of David. I think it's cool right here. 36 says, and his brethren, and he names a bunch of names. Judah, Hananiah, and it says, with the musical instruments of David, the man of God. There's always, like, when you see like the begottens or like a bunch of names on your own, if you read through there slowly, there'll be like 1 or 2 sentences of like stuff that's like, whoa, bro, like, out of nowhere you'll see it. And this is one of them right here in 36, right? Verse 36, musical instruments. Of David, right? Okay, let me go 37. Okay, which was over against, and then went up by the stairs. All right, so now we get back to, all right, looks like 37 is kind of getting normal again. Go ahead, start at 37.
Verse 37, and at the fountain gate, which was over against them, they went up by the stairs of the city of David, at the going up of the wall, above the house of David, even unto the water gate eastward. And the other company of them that gave thanks went over against them, and I after them, and the half of the people upon the wall, from beyond the tower of the furnace even unto the broad wall, and from above the gate of Ephraim, and above the old gate, and above the fish gate, and the tower of Hananel, and the tower of Me, even unto the sheep gate, and they stood still in the prison gate. So stood the two companies of them that gave thanks in the house of God, and I and the half of the rulers with me, and the then it gets into names again. Do you want me to read that?
Hold up. All right, what verse did it start?
41.
41. Okay.
It's just only 2 verses and it goes back to normal again.
Okay, just go ahead and read it. It's all right. If it's only
41.
Yeah. No, just
And the priest.
Is that where you're at? 41.
Yes.
You're not skipping. Don't skip nothing this time. Just.
Yes, that's where I stopped. It says, and the priest Eliakim, Maasai, Mini-Amin, Micah, oh goodness gracious.
Yeah, just go. Hey, just do the best you can. Yeah, we all know. Just say whatever.
Zechariah and Hananiah with trumpets, and Messiah and Shemaiah and Eleazar and Uzi and Jehohanan and Malchijah and Elam and Ezer, and the singers sang loud with Jezreiah their overseer. Also that day they offered great sacrifices and rejoiced, for God had made them rejoice with great joy. The wives also and the children rejoiced, so that the joy of Jerusalem was heard even afar off. And at that time were some appointed over the chambers, for the treasurers, for the offerings, for the first fruits, and for the tithes, to gather into them out of the fields of the cities the portions of the law, for the priests and the Levites. For Judah rejoiced for the priests and for the Levites that waited. And both the singers and the porters kept the word of their God, and the word of the purification, according to the commandment of David and of Solomon his son. For in the days of David and Asaph of old there were chiefs of the singers, and songs of praise and thanksgiving unto God. In all Israel, in the days of Zerubbabel, and in the days of Nehemiah, gave the portions of the singers and the porters every day his portion, and they sanctified holy things unto the Levites. And the Levites sanctified them unto the children of Aaron. And that's the end.
No one is speaking. So
We're just taking it
Yeah.
in, taking it all in.
Yeah, I'm on the road. So, yeah.
So since no one is speaking, the conclusion of the Book of Nehemiah, the Persian kings saved the Jews and gave the order to Nehemiah to go build the wall of Jerusalem, pretty much. But we're gonna go deep into it.
Okay.
But keep that in mind.
Class is done. Everybody dismissed.
Yes, keep that in mind. Don't forget the Artaxerxes, the Persian king. Oh my God. And Brother Christian, like in these times, he's very quiet. Oh my God, it's so quiet.
Can you hear me?
They
Yes,
can't
brother,
even
we
speak
can
for
hear you.
Jesus. Look at that. They don't know Luther and they don't know Jesus.
Of course not.
Ironically.
Of course not. Well, I mean, until he gets back, I guess I can play his music.
Yes, that would be actually nice. Yes, brother, go on.
Why you be hitting? Why would he be hitting?
I said I got his music while we're waiting. I can do any of it.
They might get hit.
Oh, no, it's his. And
Increase our faith.
it should be.
Okay, I'm here. What?
That was with such delay.
Which one of you has a servant who worked in the field all day?
Yep, I am doing other
He's in the
things.
house, do you let him eat? Or do you tell him to first make you something to eat? Then he can eat.
I need to read 13. Okay.
For those who have ears to hear is clear what you said, Lord. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Jesus, you are the substance and evidence of things hoped for and things not seen. Because you are the image of the invisible God who we hope to see. What is this place I live in? A foreigner I've become to a place of love. What is this place where the people are blind and deaf? Your word here is in a form of a book, but they won't even take. Just say, faith comes hearing, but how can they not see?
All right, y'all finished reading 30, or I'm sorry, chapter 12,
Yes,
right? All right. Let's
I
move.
can read 13.
Yeah, let's go to 13.
Yep.
Let me go to.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Eliezer, whose name means God.
Excuse me, Lord have mercy. All right, let's go to chapter 13. Let me look at the last. And all of Israel in the days of Zerubbabel, and in the days of Nehemiah, gave the portions of the singers, the portions of the day, the portion of the sacrifice of holy things. Levites sanctifying them unto the children of Aaron. That last part right there. The Levites set apart the consecrated portion of the sons of Aaron, the priest. All right, so let's go ahead and let's start reading 13.
On that day, they read aloud from the book of Moses so that the people could hear its words. And in it was found written that no Ammonite or Moabite could ever enter the assembly of God, just for the information. I'm reading from Amplified.
Okay.
Because they did not meet the Israelites with bread and water, but hired Balaam against them to curse them. Yet our God turned the curse into blessing. When the Jews heard the law, they separated from Israel all who were of foreign descent. Now, prior to this, Eliashib, the priest who was appointed over the chambers of the house of our God and was related to Tobiah, our adversary, had prepared for Tobiah a large room chamber where previously had put the grain offerings, the frankincense, frankincense, the utensils, and the tithes or grain, new wine, and the olive oil, which were given by commandment for the Levites, the singers and gatekeepers, and the contribution for the priest. But during all that time, I was not at Jerusalem, for in the 32nd year of Artaxerxes, Persian king of Babylon, I went to the king. Then after some time, I asked for a leave of absence from the king, and I came to Jerusalem. Then I discovered the evil thing that Eliashib had done for Tobiah by preparing a room for him in the courtyards of the house of God. It was very displeasing to me, so I threw all of the Tobiah's household furnishings out of the room. Then I gave an order, and they cleaned the rooms, and I put back there the utensils of the house of God with the grain offerings and the frankincense. I also discovered that the portions due to the Levites had not been given to them, so that the Levites and the singers who did the work had gone away, each one back to his own field. Then I reprimanded the officials and said, "Why is the house of God neglected?" So I gathered the Levites and singers together and restored them at their posts. Then all Judah brought the tithes and grains, the new wine, and the oil to the storehouses. I appointed as treasurers over the storehouses Shelemiah the priest, Zadok the scribe, and the Pediah of the Levites. As assisting them was Hanan son of Zakur, the son of Mattaniah, for they were considered faithful and reliable, and their task was to distribute supplies to their brothers, fellow Levites. Oh my God, remember me concerning this, and do not wipe out my loyal deeds and kindness which I have done for the house of my God and for its service. In those days I saw some in Judah who were treading wine presses on the Sabbath. Is it trading? It's not trading, it's treading.
It's treading.
Wine.
Yes,
Yes,
you're
it's
treading,
treading.
like you're treading water. Yep.
Yeah, threading wine presses on the Sabbath, and bringing in sheaves or sacks of grain and loading them on the donkeys, as well as wine, grapes, figs, and all kinds of loads, which they brought into Jerusalem on the Sabbath day. So I protested and warned them on that day that they sold the produce. Also, men of Tyre were living there who brought fish and all kinds of merchandise, and they were selling them to the people of Judah on the Sabbath, even in Jerusalem. Then I reprimanded the nobles of Judah and said to them, "What is this evil thing that you're doing, profaning the Sabbath day? Did your fathers' ancestors not do this and not do the same? And did our God not bring all this trouble on us and on this city? Yet you are adding to the wrath on Israel by profaning the Sabbath." Now, when it began to get dark at the gates of Jerusalem before the Sabbath, began, I commanded that the doors be shut and not be opened until after Sabbath. Then I stationed some of my servants at the gates so that no load of merchandise would enter Jerusalem on the Sabbath day. So once or twice the merchants and sellers of every kind of merchandise spent the night outside Jerusalem. But I warned them, saying, "Why do you spend the night by the wall? If you do so again, I will use force against you." From that time they did not come on the Sabbath. And I commanded the Levites to purify themselves, and guard the gates to keep the Sabbath day holy. O my God, remember me concerning this also, and have compassion on me, according to the greatness of your loving kindness. In those days I also saw Jews who had married women from Ashdod, Ammon, and Moab. As for their children, half spoke in the language of Ashdod, and none of them knew how to speak Hebrew, the language of Judah, but only the language of his own people. So I contended with them, and cursed them, and struck some of them, and pulled out their hair, and made them swear by God, saying, "You shall not give your daughters in marriage to their sons, nor take any of their daughters for your sons or for your slaves." Did not Solomon the king of Israel sin greatly against God regarding these things? Yet among the many nations there was no king like him. He was loved by his God, and God made him king over all Israel.
Unknown caller.
Given him to sin by turning to other gods, and so judged by God, he lost his kingdom. Do we then hear about you that you have done all this great evil, acting unfaithfully against our God by marrying foreign pagan women? One of the sons of Joiada, the son of Eliashib, the high priest, was a son-in-law of Sanballat the Horonite, so I chased him away from me. O my God, remember them, because they have defiled the priesthood and the covenant of the priesthood and the Levites. Thus I cleansed and purified them from everything foreign pagan, and I defined the duties of the priest and Levites, each one on his task, and I provided for the wood offering at appointed times, and for the first fruits. Oh my God, please remember me for good and imprint me on your heart. Was that it? Or no, still more? Yeah, that's it. Amen. That was chapter 13. The titles in chapter 13, it's like foreign excluded. So all the titles of each part that I just read was Tobiah expelled and the temple cleansed, tithes restored, Sabbath restored, mixed marriage forbidden. So pretty much it continues with the same thing that Brother Troy was saying, restoring everything and putting people in places and the rules.
Y'all read it?
Yes, brother, it's done.
All right. Where's the part where it says... in those days I saw. Okay, 24, 25, and I can hear him curse them and smote certain of them. Yeah, 25, 26. Yeah, I want to go over this part again. So this is Nehemiah 13:24. Says, and their children spake half in the speech of Ashdod, and could not speak in the Jews' language, but according to the language of each people. And I contended with them, and cursed them, and smote certain of them, and plucked off their hair, and made them swear by God, saying, Ye shall not give your daughters unto their sons, nor take their daughters unto your sons, or for yourselves. Did not Solomon, king of Israel, sin by these things? Yet among many nations was there no king like him, who was beloved of his God, and God made him king over all Israel. Nevertheless, even him did outlandish women cause to sin. Shall we then hearken unto you to do all this great evil, to transgress against our God in marrying strange wives? And one of the sons of Joadah, the son of Elishib, the high priest, was son-in-law to Sanballat, the Horonite. Therefore, I chased him from me. Remember them, O God, because they have defiled the priesthood and the covenant of the priesthood and of the Levites. Thus cleanse I them from all strangers, and appointed the wards of the priest and the Levites, every one of his business, and for the wood offerings at times appointed, and for the first fruits. Remember me, O my God, for good. Right? And then that's when we get into Esther. Okay, so we pretty much read it, but we read it so we can start going over it. But the thing we can't do is lose context. We can't do that. So I'm not really sure what. His name is Faithful Stewart. Yeah. All right, guys. So real quick, let's recap. We're going to recap. I made some notes just so once we start going over it, we don't lose context. Okay. So in chapter 1, was anybody taking notes, or was I the only one taking notes? I was the only one taking notes. Nobody else is taking.
I was going to Mike and say only you.
Yep, only me. All right, so let's do a quick recap.
You gotta do it all yourself.
Yeah, look, we're gonna do a quick recap. This is what we're gonna do today. We're just gonna do a recap, kind of like the conversation, or like how the storyline is playing out, because context does matter. And that's what we're gonna do today. And then tomorrow, and guys, I apologize. It's just that because it's real cold over here, people are blowing my phone up regarding wood. And so I'm having to go out there and just take care of some things. And I apologize for that, but it's just the season that we're in over here. All right, so starting at the first chapter of Nehemiah, I'm just going to kind of go over some recap. If anybody has any questions, just ask. It's no big deal. Okay, so Nehemiah's name means Yahweh is comforter. The father is who Jehovah enlightens. Okay, that's Nehemiah's dad's name. So starting at chapter 1, right? So Nehemiah was a cupbearer to the king of Persia. What was the king's name?
Artaxerxes.
Okay, and what is that? The same Xerxes that we're about to see in Esther?
No,
It's
no.
not. It's a
Is
different.
it?
It's
No.
a different Xerxes.
Yes, because that's only Xerxes. This is Artaxerxes.
Okay, so there's two Xerxes.
Yeah, I think that Xerxes is the son of this Artaxerxes.
Ah, dang it! All right, guys. Hey, y'all talk about something, okay? Just not Revelation. Don't get into the Book of Revelation just because I said talk about something.
Oh my God.
Sister Saba, do you remember where it says the name so I can look it up?
It's
Because it will
second.
show us if it's the same.
It's the second Nehemiah 2 and verse 1. In Amplified, it says his name. So I'm not sure in King James it says his name.
It does. Okay, so that's going to be H783. Let's go. So this, let me see.
I think this is like his father. He's the father of Xerxes.
It's different because it would mention Esther if it was the same, and it don't.
What does it say there? Are you in the blue letter?
Yeah, it's going to be H783 in case someone wants to fact check me or in case I'm wrong. It says Xerxes. I will make the spool to boil. I will stir myself in winter. And it says son of successor of Xerxes as emperor of Persia. Then it shows the year he reigned. That was 465 to 424 BC. So it's his son.
Yeah, and we see that also, like when they talk about Herod, we know that it's generations. The Herod, it's all Herod.
We can't hear you, brother. It's too much like windy or something.
Oh, I'm sorry.
All right, what's up? Where we at? Sound like y'all ain't talking about nothing. Y'all tired already?
No, they
No,
talked
she
about
checked about Xerxes.
Okay, y'all figure it out?
Yeah,
the
it's a
son.
different king. It's going to be his son. The one that's mentioned in Esther, this one is his son.
Yeah, because y'all need to remember, right? The Bible, it's not in chronological order. Okay?
It's not?
No, it's not.
Oh my God, I thought that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh,
Here's
man.
another one.
What? I thought not.
Nuh-uh. Somebody, Saba, are you near like another device or no?
Yes.
Okay. See if you can pull up the Bible chronologically and then tell us where you see the first book that looks like it's out of place. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, I'm checking now.
Yeah. So
I'm just gonna ask ChatGPT to tell me the chronicle.
well, I know, but you need to see it though. You need to see it. So, that's fine. You can do it that way. It didn't matter.
Yeah, it's gonna be more organized because when you ask like to compare the chronicle, how do you say it? Chronicle?
Chronological. Yeah, it's not it's not a word we all say every day, bro. Yeah, you're right. It's okay. Chronological. Who says that? Nobody says that every day.
Okay, so ChatGPT, my ChatGPT is already full of things, so it doesn't give me the like I reached my limit. So I'm just gonna see
If you go to
the one.
Blue Letter, it has to be Blue Letter. Years ago, Blue Letter has the list chronologically. And you'll see, like, I want to say, like, Psalms and Proverbs, like, you kind of see it all over the place in the Old Testament because it's going along with what it's saying. I'm looking for
So I
it.
have a
I
chart.
got a visual for you.
Yeah, that is
Okay.
something like that. I
Yeah,
just
yeah.
found something like that.
Yeah, let me put it over here. Yeah. So does it show? Everybody should already know this, but what book looks like out of place?
It's too small. I can't see
No, I'm
there
asking
on that.
CJ. CJ, you there? Can you hear
Oh,
us?
I was muted. Yeah, I was
Oh,
muted. Job.
yeah. So Job should basically be one of the first books, right?
Yeah, same on my chart. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. So because chronologically, that's where it belongs. Like if you were to do the whole, it's in order thing, right?
Then Job's supposed to be in Torah.
Well, yeah. So, yeah, the Torah does not have the book of Job in it. We're talking about in order. You get what I'm saying? Like if the Bible was made in order, like when its timing was, that's where it would fit. But the Torah has nothing to do with Job.
Right, right. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
what I meant. Like, it was in that time, but it was
Yeah.
not included in Torah. Yes. Okay.
Yeah, because Job is not part of the Torah, but the story is happening.
In that time. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, in that time, right? Yeah. So, let me see if I can find the.
So then it would be Esther and then Nehemiah. Okay, so Ezra, the book of Ezra is between the time of Esther and Nehemiah, pretty much.
Well, go look it up. That's why I'm asking. That's why I'm
I'm
saying.
looking at it now. It's in 500 BC, so in that time period.
Okay, so
and also Malachi too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Let's see.
Try. I was telling them that a lot of times that we see in the scriptures that the kings, they keep the same names because they inherited it over and over. And I was using Herod as an example.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Y'all hear me?
Yeah. No, I'm listening. Okay, so, just so everybody's clear, which Xerxes is the son and which one is the dad regarding Nehemiah?
So I would say now that Xerxes was the father of Artaxerxes.
Yeah, so
Yes,
in
hold on, let me check.
Esther, it's just Xerxes, right? And then in Nehemiah, it's the Artaxerxes, like the name's not the same, right? But you will have people say because Nehemiah is first, and then again, they're looking at it like if it's chronologically correct. So they're like, oh well, if Xerxes was in Nehemiah, then Xerxes is in Esther, because they're back to back. And so I have heard people that are just kind of going too fast say, oh yeah, it's the same king, but it's not the same king. So, let me see.
So the timeline in Esther, right? So in Esther, when the Jews, they were going to be unalived, right? That the Xerxes was trying to save them. So this is continuous of the, okay, so I'm getting confused now. So this is, if Artaxerxes is the son of Xerxes, right? And the Jerusalem wall has already been built and Jews, they live there. So it means that later on, they're going to be coming after the Jews and trying to unalive them.
So Artaxerxes is the son. So the king in Nehemiah should be the son of the king in Esther.
Right. So this is then after they got saved and all of that stuff. Okay.
Yeah. So Esther happened first.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Got it.
Yeah. But what's funny is you see both Xerxes favoring Jews. Right? Like if the son noticed his dad favored the Jews. You know what I mean?
He was waiting for that moment, yeah.
What?
He was waiting for his moment. Like,
maybe, man. Maybe, bro. Like, I mean, we could sit here all day and like ask ourselves these questions, but we know we see it happening. You know, like he's like, oh, my dad liberated these people. And then now he just happens to have one of those quote unquote people as his cupbearer. Like if his dad told him. And let me tell you, I'm going to tell you, this has been going on for a long time. What we're talking about.
Sure, yes.
I'm going to show you. So Iraq, if you were to follow Iraq backwards, what land is that?
Persia.
It's Persia, right?
Yes.
Anybody contest that?
If they know the history.
Well, if you know the history, right? Does anyone concur? You can. Okay,
yep,
you mean you concur? Okay, so why did Saddam Hussein? Why was his cupbearers Christians? Did y'all know that?
Yeah, but Saddam Hussein was Muslim, and he was.
It don't matter. I'm trying to show you something. Why was Saddam Hussein's cupbearers Christians in real life? I'm not playing.
Should I answer?
If you know the answer.
Well, cupbearers usually die by poison, right? So why not have a Christian test your poison for you?
No. So. I mean, hey, I guarantee you that answer is not completely wrong.
That's good.
There might be some truth in that, but I'll give you the full truth though. So, but look. So watch this. Xerxes has a Jew as his cupbearer. Both of them have like Jews that are like in some weird way always around them. You understand? And it's just funny that Saddam Hussein, for people who understand, basically a Persian dude. I mean, if you were to follow them all the way back, and he just so happened to, his cupbearers and the people that were always around him a lot of the times were Christians. It's the same God. How come they always favor these people that worship that God? You don't see that being odd. But do you know the reason, though? The main reason, and it still don't matter. It still goes back to the same thing. Y'all know the reason that Saddam Hussein had Christians as his quote-unquote cupbearers or these type of people is because Islamic believers would blow themselves up to unalive him, and Christians would never commit suicide.
Yep, trustworthy.
Repeat that again. So the what? Sorry, the Christians.
Oh my God, man! Listen, are y'all ready? Y'all ready now? Y'all ready?
Yes. I'm trying to focus. Yes.
It's okay. All right. So, Islamic believers would commit suicide to unalive him.
Yes, TikTok shop. Yes,
a
TikTok
Christian,
shop, yes.
a Christian would never unalive themselves.
Right. So what does that have to do? I'm confused. Like, what does that have to do? Like,
Hold on. Well,
Okay.
hold on. Whoa. Hold on,
that
Bill.
would be
Hold
good
on.
for them,
Hold
no?
on. Hold on. So, okay. Get the Bible out of your head first. Get the Bible out. Do you understand what I'm saying for today?
Yes.
What am I saying?
You just said that the Persian, like, obviously we don't consider him as Persian. That's Saddam Hussein.
Yeah. So let's forget the whole Persian Bible thing. I'm talking about Saddam Hussein and why he had Christians around him very closely.
So you mentioned that the reason that he didn't have the Muslims, like, as his cupbearer, because
Islamic
they
believer.
would unalive them.
Islamic believer.
Yes, Islamic believers, they would unalive themselves, right? Blow themselves up. But Christians wouldn't do that.
Hold on. But okay, so if a Islamic believer wanted him unalived, they would blow themselves up when they got next to him. You understand?
Oh, okay. Oh.
And a Christian would have to be right in his face to do it, to unalive him.
Right.
Meaning a Christian's not going to put a vest on and be 20 feet from him and blow everybody up. Christian ain't going to do that. But an Islamic believer would. So an Islamic believer would not be the ones right next to him. It'd be a bunch of Christians. It's facts. You understand?
Yes.
So how funny. Anytime someone worshiped the real God, they're more trusted than anybody else. Even to this day.
Because they know the truth. They are loving. They follow the true living God and His teachings.
That's what I'm saying. Those things are very strong facts about what God is real.
Yes.
And it's like that to this day. Same thing. So we can say, oh, well, Saddam Hussein, we can say, oh, Saddam Hussein, that was 30 years ago. Bro, that was yesterday. What are you talking about 30 years ago? That's not far away. I'm saying in accordance to how far Xerxes is from us, that's a long time ago. Saddam Hussein is right down the road. Talking about the time, like that happened yesterday. That's still today.
Yes, Saddam Hussein comes from the lineage of Sanballat. Doesn't come from the lineage of Persian.
Huh?
Oh my goodness.
Saddam Hussein comes from the lineage of Sanballat.
Oh my God. Still Persian.
No, brother. It's considered as Arab.
Huh? What?
Sambalat means strength, Saba.
I'm talking about Iraq, Saba.
Yes, but we are talking about the Iraq then. Iraq. Brother, Iraq has been taken over by Arabs. Like
oh my God, Saba! I'm not talking about the people. I'm talking about the land. The land.
Yes, the land.
Okay,
yes, the land,
listen.
Yes.
That's why I asked you what was Iraq back then. That's why I asked.
The land of Persia.
Okay.
Yes.
To this day, those lands trust people around them who believe in the real God. They don't trust the other people. My point's still there. Point still proven.
I would say yes.
Okay, so I'm not arguing about who the heck the people. I don't care. I don't care about that. I'm talking about in that same geographical location, they still choose people who worship the real God to be around them to this day, just like it was back then in those areas. That's all the point I'm making.
Take the big screen.
Why is your grid messing up? Is that on my side?
No, it was me. Can you just take the big screen back?
Update, guys. If you don't have a full update.
Yeah, there ain't no problem now. Yeah, JH put it there. It still rings true today, right? It's always people who worship the real God for some reason. Now I can go through, which we already went through some of the reasoning, but I'm just saying it's funny. Let's see. What's going on? Looks like Chris. Nice jacket. That's a real Marine coat. Army infantry got the same coat, man. All right, where are we at? Where are we at exactly? We're going to recap, right? That's what we're doing. We're recapping. It won't take long.
We just asked to check that if Artaxerxes is the son.
Yeah. Because those things are important because, years ago, I remember saying, hearing people will just say, well, yeah, Xerxes, look, it's Nehemiah and Esther, so it's the same king. And I'm like, well, the name's different. So they're not the same. Let's go look at it. And then, people are like, oh, okay, well, it's not the same. It's the same bloodline, like a pharaoh, you know what I mean? But it's not the same exact one. All right, so we went over that. Let's see. Okay, so I'm going to go through this pretty quickly just for the story. So we're not going to be breaking down any Hebrew or anything. We're just going to recap over what we read because tomorrow, if we'll start breaking down some Hebrew. So the king sent Nehemiah, right? I'm showing y'all something on why I wrote it down the way that I did. So let's just look at it this way. So the king sent Nehemiah to the promised land that was in shambles, right? Did Nehemiah go to the promised land or no?
Yes.
Yes. All right. So the first letter is for the governor. That's what the first letter is for. Okay. Clearly, it's for him to pass. I mean, clearly, but we need to make sure we understand that the first letter was to be given to the governors. So that was the first letter. The second letter is for timber, for wood, right? That was the letter was for.
Yes.
So he can get wood. Okay. All right. And Nehemiah was given a horseman to go with him. Correct?
Yes.
All right. We get to chapter 2, and I'm just going to go over some notes here, okay? The Bible says not to tell your left hand what the right hand is doing. The Bible says that?
Correct.
Right?
Absolutely.
And does anybody remember like how I go over that or no?
Yeah, you use judges for that.
But I'm saying, what am I going to say that means? Don't tell your left hand what your right hand is doing.
Left hand is the cardinal.
Yeah.
Right hand is the right.
Right. And it says, yeah, and it says that Nehemiah told nobody, right? He went and snuck off by himself and he only took the animal that was under him, right?
Yes.
He told nobody what he was doing because it was the right hand doing it, which is God. So he didn't tell the left, meaning the people, the carnal people that were with him. All right. So we got Sanballat, the Horonite. We got Tobiah, the servant. And then we got Geshem, the Arabian, right? These are the people that we have in chapter 2. That's the names that are given to us, right? And what did they do? They mocked, right? And they told him, are you rebelling against the king? Remember in chapter 2, talking to Nehemiah? And then it gives us
right,
from
the beginning.
From the beginning,
that
right?
was their job. Yeah.
So watch this. The right hand, which is the spirit, is telling him what to do, and the left hand is mocking what he's doing. You see it? And then
the right hand was telling him what to do.
Mm-hmm. So
and who was that?
Who's the right hand in the Bible? Saba?
It's God. God,
Yeah.
yes.
It says, don't tell your left hand what your right hand is doing. And
But he did tell the left hand, though.
Not at first. It says he told no one what he was doing.
Yes.
You understand?
True.
So once they found out what he was doing, they started mocking him.
Right.
But at first, he told no one. He went on his journey. He was just doing what the right hand was telling him to do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they found out. What happens? Immediately, the flesh started mocking the spirit. The mocking began, okay? And then Eliashib, right, the high priest, right, started talking about how the towers are being built. You got Maya, Hananiel, right? Which we'll go over. I'm just going over 3 real quick. I'm skipping stuff, but I'm showing you stuff that's happening. And then it says, it gives you the names of the people that's going to repair certain gates. It starts giving you the names. And then Sanballat basically became a tattletale, right? In chapter 4. Chapter 4, he tells on the Jews what they're doing. He goes and tattles on them. Right? I'm skipping some stuff. I'm just trying to get there as quick as I can. Just to recap, like, what's going on. And it tells us that the Jews, it says they worked with one hand and held the weapon in the other. Where do we see a story similar to this right here? Does anybody remember? Nobody remembers? No stories popping in your head where it's kind of.
Again, I'm in the middle of something.
It reminds me when they were holding up the arms of, I think, Moses. Kind of reminds me of that.
I can see that. But it's a different story. Do you remember when Gideon was told, "Hey, take all the man up there to drink," and he says, "The one that laps like a dog, get rid of him. But the one that takes one hand and dips it in the water and brings it to his mouth," he said, "pick those to fight." Remember?
Yeah, I remember.
Okay, so physically, right? Spiritually, we can go over that, but physically, you want the guy that keeps his hand on his weapon as he's bringing the water to his mouth so he can be focused, so they don't get ambushed. But if you have somebody that is so in their flesh, and I'll use these terms, but they're so immature. See, a mature fighter would, even though he wants to put all the water in his mouth right now, he's going to show some restraint because he's still focused on the enemy coming. But the ones that dove in the water, even though what that's showing us is carnality, they're all in their flesh. You don't want them. In a real battle, you don't want someone that doesn't know how to sustain their emotions. That's not who you want. You can have 1,000 men that don't know how to sustain their emotions. It'd be a very ugly battle. But you got a couple of hundred that are very good at harnessing their emotions. You got a better battle. Like the 300, we know the story, the 300 Spartans. This is the reason that that king, Leonidas, chose those 300, because they know how to harness their emotions. This is why they were able to. I mean, obviously there was other tactics involved. The fact that they chose to tunnel them all in there, but it don't matter. If you got 10,000 guys coming at you and there's 300 of you, if you don't know how to harness your emotions, 90% of them are going to run away within the first few minutes because they see that they're overwhelmed. But the Spartans in real life, they didn't see it that way. They saw it as, "Oh, we got all y'all in that. Y'all ain't going to win. All y'all got to come through this little, you're out of there." They understood. Okay. Again, anybody can do this, but God is referring, what he points to is someone that doesn't know how to harness their emotions. So, because what it's showing is someone's in their flesh and someone who's not. So, here it says they built with one hand with the weapon in their other. Again, showing that they're harnessing their emotions, meaning that this is not being led by the flesh. This was God that told Nehemiah to do this. Right. That's in chapter 4. Chapter 5, we get to the famine. They're in the famine, right? And it talks about Nehemiah as being the new governor. And basically they were mistreated by the last one. Hold on a second. Oh man, what I'll do with my, oh, here it is. Okay, yeah, so Nehemiah's the governor, right? And they were being mistreated by the last one. Chapter 6, pretty much everything was built, but they didn't put the gates up yet in chapter 6. Okay. And then 5 times a message was sent to Nehemiah, right? That's something we'll focus on. And then the whole shutting themselves in the temple, right? You got the prophets, Noadiah. You got the letters to Tobiah, letters to put them in fear. That's what the letters were hoping to put them in fear. Let's see, chapter 7 is when we went over, Nehemiah started this journey in Nisan and then finished in Elul, which is a total of 7 months. So this whole thing took 7 months to do, according to chapter 7. And then I'll start chapter 8 in a minute. Give me a second. All right, chapter 8. Has anybody got any questions over any of that, guys? No?
Nope.
All right.
You're good.
All right, chapter 8. This is chapter 8 is when we start getting into bringing of the law of Moses. And then the importance in chapter 8, one of the things is where we're going to get to who was on the right hand, right? Because it gives names, and who was on the left hand. And then we're going to talk about the booths in chapter 8. Chapter 9 is when they started the fasting with sackcloth, right? And this is where they bring up Abraham in chapter 9, right? Because they're about to go all the way through memory lane in chapter 9, right? And they go over the past, right? The Jews go back to their beginning, which is Abraham, right? Even though we know that the beginning is in Eden, they go back to where the promise was given to them. Notice how come they don't go back to the promise that was given in Eden? Does anybody know? How come they didn't go back to the seed? Anybody? If you know, you would speak up. How come the Jews don't go back to the seed in the garden? I went over this yesterday. Does anybody know? Man, y'all sleep today.
I don't know. That's why I'm
okay,
quiet.
no, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Anybody? No.
They got stuck.
They got stuck? What do you mean? They got stuck in the mud. They went mudding. Got stuck in their 4x4.
Yeah. Yeah. No, they get like stuck in their thought process or mentality or perspective, I guess.
Yeah. That's kind of it, man. Their whole focus, because of everything that has ever happened in any of their families' lives, always goes to Abraham. That's just where it goes. That's why Jesus had to say what he said, and don't say because of Abraham. He already knew they were going to take it back to Abraham. Why? He was a Jew. He was a Jew. Jesus was a Jew. I don't know why people hate saying that. He was a freaking Jew. What the heck? I don't understand this. So stupid. Okay? He was not Catholic. He was not Christian. He was a Jew. That's what he was. This is craziness. Mary was a Jew. Like Mary, great Mary. She was a Jew. You know, it's crazy. I know, just so nuts, this stuff, man. And the Catholics are doing the same thing. Look, there's going to be Catholic people in heaven. This is not, I don't understand this. They do the same thing. They're like, oh, this is the church. Christ, bro. Like, you're doing the same thing that the Jews did. Y'all both do the same thing. You go to your fathers, and the Jews go to their father, Abraham. I don't understand that. For some reason, neither one of them go back to the garden, and yet Jesus always pointed to the beginning. Always. So that's.
So could we?
Go ahead. I didn't know.
I got a question.
Yeah.
So could we say to the Jews everything is natural? Like they only see the natural scene, which would be Abraham.
Yeah. So it's not just everything is natural. It's everything is based on the fallen world. Like their beginning, they don't understand everything that's happening that they're calling their beginning. It's all in the fallen world. And at the beginning, it was not fallen. This is why Jesus always pointed to the beginning. It was not like this in the beginning. And so
excuse me, sir.
Okay, so yeah, guys, don't be bringing somebody up, man. Let me know if you don't know him. Did y'all know that person?
No, I brought him up because he was talking. He wanted to come up on the panel, but I didn't know that he's like not underage.
No, well, yeah, no, but that's why I always ask him. Chop Chin, if you got a question, ask it in the comments. Try to get him to ask whatever they want to ask in the comments. Okay, I'm not asking about your age. What's your question? Ask in the comments, Chopped. If you have a question, ask in the comments. What's your question? People are still going to lie about their age too. So your age, we're not even talking about your age. If you have a question, ask it in the comments. You'll see half of the time they won't even put nothing in there. The other half will, and then out of them, half of them, they're just doing that just to get up. But the Catholics and the Jews, so the Jews are pointing to everything that happened in this fallen world, and the Catholics, their main thing is praying to Mary and eating Jesus, right? And then saying that this is the church that Jesus started. No one gets to gatekeep. They can say whatever they want. Notice what happened. Notice what happened on YouTube, right? I'm talking about Jesus, and they're like, "Oh, you're a Protestant?" Somebody tell me, what does that got to do with Jesus in the Bible? Somebody. Okay, so they're like, "You're a I was like, "What's that?" Luther. Who's that? So look at this. Now I have to go learn about this. I got to go to get a degree in Luther before I'm saved. Guys, please don't get sucked in this crap. All right, this cultish worship of Luther, and I don't know why they worship this dude. This is crazy to me. It's crazy. And I'm like, hey, what year did this happen? 1500. What the heck does that got to do with me? Something that happened in 1500? If it's not in here, I don't care. I don't care. Okay. Okay, well, if he knows a lot about Jesus, he can teach us in the comments. Chopped, if you know, tell us something in the comments you know about Jesus. Yeah. Let's see. 1500 was a lot more recent than 2,000 years ago. Yeah, you're right. It was a lot more recent. But you know what? Jesus is the one that's in here. So what does that matter? Jesus is the one. 15 years ago, Jesus didn't die for us. It happened 2,000 years ago. So I'm going to focus on that, not some new thing that's floating around. These people worship this guy. I don't care. Y'all continue to worship. Let's see. Okay. I have no idea what you're talking about. Not leaving Sunday school. Okay. I don't know. You can. It sounds like maybe you're a Luther worshiper. Maybe. I don't know. I don't understand. Worship people's ancestors. Wow. I don't even know. Are you Indian? The only people I know talk like this, like ancestors, Indian. Are you Indian or something? Who's your ancestors? Not. That's your name. Not. Who's your ancestors, man? God is my ancestor, so I don't know what the issue is. If God is my ancestor, God's not ashamed of me. He died for me. So your theory is very weird. I know that you're right. Right about what? Do you believe in God, dude? You sound like you're in a psycho asylum. Do you believe in God? Talk about not okay. Do you believe in God? Let's just ask you that, man. Do you believe in God? Come on, man. You're typing paragraphs here. I don't care that you're French and German. Do you believe in God? Do you believe in God? Yeah, God's my ancestor. Yeah. Do you believe in God? Boy, your paragraphs are sure getting smaller and smaller. Not, come on, man. Come on, you were doing so good. Look at these. I mean, you got a whole book in here. What happened? All of a sudden, I said, God's my ancestor. Well, shut you down or what? You done? All right. Okay, so that was chapter 9 is where the fasting and sackcloth, they bring up Abraham, which is their beginning, right? And then chapter 10 is they start naming, this is them going back according to the law. They're doing everything back according to the law, right? They're putting everything in order. That's in chapter 10. Even in chapter 11, starts talking about where they're casting lots, and then 1/10 of the people, right? They start casting lots. 1/10 of the people can go live in Jerusalem, and the other 9 parts dwelt in other cities. We get to chapter 12, and this is the dedication to the wall. 27 to 32, right? Because we start getting back into all the names. But from 27 to 32 is when we're actually reading like what's taking place next. 32, the names come back up. But verse 36 of chapter 12, it says, the way it reads it, with all the musical instruments of David, the man of God. Okay. Chapter 13 is where they start reading the book of Moses, right? And I wasn't here for a lot of the 13, which that's fine because I know where 13 gets to, obviously. And then we can pick it up from there. So we kind of
were restoring all the traditions, for example, tithing, and Shabbat and all of that.
Yeah,
and marriage.
Because they started that. They should have started that in 10, right? In 10 and 11, 12, and even in 13 is all. I mean, everything is. They're putting everything in order. We'll probably go over 12 one more time whenever we get there. But I just kind of threw a recap, which obviously it all started where Nehemiah asks to get letters in order to go over there. And one of them is to the governors and the other one is to get wood is the purpose of it. And that matters. That's why I was very adamant about those 2 letters, because the 2 letters is not just focused on him leaving and going over there. It's not. One of them is to get wood, and there's a reason that that's important.
You got to get that timber, and you got to start a firewood stand.
Yeah, that's right. They're trying to make money. It was all about money. No, but all right, guys. Anybody got any questions about any of that? Because we're gonna leave it there, and then tomorrow we'll start going through the story kind of slow, as long as nobody gets triggered.
Amen. God bless you, brother. Thank you.
Yeah. Anybody got anything before I get out of here? Anybody got anything before I get out of here? Nope. All right. We'll pick it up. Nehemiah chapter 1. And so make sure you have your whatever you want to use, your blue letter or your logos or your Strong's Concordance paperback, and we'll start diving into some of the meaning and start pulling some meat out of Nehemiah, which is obviously going to be really cool. So other than that, we will see y'all. And guys, I don't know exactly what time. I'm wanting to say in the morning, but I can't promise that. So we'll see. Just keep your notifications on. So God bless.